So, you think you got your Christmas list of guitar effects pedals all put together that you want? Expect your family and friends to buy them for you? Do you? Got it all put together to you? You think? I don't. Here's 10 pedals that you don't want for Christmas. Number 1, the DUNLOP GCB95 Crybaby wah. Not only is this pedal notorious for coloring your guitar tone, but do wah pedals get any more boring than this thing? My God, how many GCB95s are out there that do one basic sound? Boring. Do yourself a favor. Put the Morley 2020 series Bad Horsey wah on your Christmas list instead. It's not that much more expensive. It's far better build quality. And if it's good enough for Steve Vai, it ought to be good enough for any of the rest of us. Number 2, IBANEZ TS9 Tube Screamer. Boring. Oh my God, how many freaking tube screamers do we see out there in the guitar world these days? Yes, I get it. It's an iconic pedal. It's been out there. Yada, yada. So what? Do you know how many other pedals out there have improved on the tube screamer idea? Here's 2 of them for you. Go check out the Highwind Amplifications Direwolf Overdrive, best tube screamer circuit on the planet. Or you can check out the Peppers Pedals Dirty Tree, which is by far the hottest overdrive / boost pedal on the market right now. People all over the industry are scrambling for that thing. Tony Peppers can't build them fast enough. Number 3, Boss DS1 Distortion. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we say we wanted a distortion? I assumed that meant we wanted something a little more exciting than the DS1. Look, if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you all know that I love Boss pedals, including the DS1. But the truth is, despite the fact that it's a classic pedal, it's affordable and all that kind of stuff, you can do better for the same money. You can do better for the same money, quite honestly. In the $50, $60 price range, check out the Golden Plexi Distortion from Tone City. Awesome Marshall and a box type distortion. One of the best sounding I've heard. Number 4, ZVEX Fuzz Factory. It's no secret I am not a fan of this pedal at all. Never have been. There's just way too much weird shit in one box for me. Yeah, you know, and not only that, but this thing costs $190. This thing almost $200 nowadays. $200 that you're gonna pay to sound like that? No thanks. You know what else you can get for $200? You can get this Craftsman Weed Eater at Lowe's for the exact same price. You know, and not only that, but especially if you got your own yard, it's a lot more practical. You can get a lot more use out of it. It's the same price, and it sounds exactly the same. Number 5, MXR Phase 90. Yep, got this here one knob pedal on your Christmas list there, do you? Here's the problem with that pedal. MXR actually outdid themselves when it comes to the block logo Phase 90. The block logo Phase 90 sells brand new for 89 bucks. If you spend 99 bucks, you can get the Phase 95. Not only is it a miniature-sized pedal footprint, but you get 4 different versions of the Boss Phase 90 all in one pedal, including the block logo Phase 90. It's got a switch to turn the script mode on and off, and it also has a switch to switch back and forth between the Phase 45 and the Phase 90 options. If you're familiar with those, regardless, it's 4 different versions of the same pedal all in one teeny tiny little box, and it's roughly about the same price as the block logo Phase 90 that you see everywhere. Number 6, the IBANEZ FL Mini Flanger. Boring. Oh my God, how many of these frickin', little teeny tiny analog flangers have, come on, put some thought into it. You know what you can get for not that much more money that'll do that sound, plus a whole bunch more? The Boss BF3 flanger. The Boss BF3 flanger covers just about every single flanger sound that you could possibly imagine and then some. That one's a little bit more of a moderately priced option. If you really want to ask for something really high-end and a lot more expensive, then you got to check out the Wind Through the Trees flanger from PRS. PRS just recently put out their a brand new line of pedals, and the Wind Through the Trees is the flanger option out of that line that is currently available for pre-order as of this recording. I've seen a few demos of it already, and it looks really, really cool if you're into flangers. Number 7, the EHX Small Clone. This, for a chorus pedal with one knob on it. It's a chorus pedal with one knob on it. For the price that you pay for it, you couldn't find anything else you'd rather have than that. Come on, get that boring ass pedal off of your Christmas list and replace it with something really, really cool. What should you replace it with? I recommend the Walrus Audio Juliana Deluxe Chorus. I just did a demo of this pedal here recently on my channel, and it is phenomenal. Also, as a side note, my very favorite all-time chorus pedal is the Digitech Luxe. While this pedal is not in production any longer, you can find these out there on the used market. Send your loved one an eBay link to one of these if you want a really simple but really, really cool sounding chorus pedal. Number 8, Boss TR2 Tremolo Pedal. Boring. I think I've named just about every single Boss 3 knob pedal on this list thus far. Look, again, nothing against Boss, nothing against the TR2. I just think there's better stuff out there that's a lot more usable. And let's be realistic anyway. As far as modulation goes, tremolo isn't really Boss's strong suit. At least not their best one. If you want something a lot more practical and a lot more usable, that's got, with a lot more features on it, stereo outs and, tap tempo, all that kind of stuff, definitely check out the Seymour Duncan Shapeshifter. You'll be glad that you did. There's a couple of different versions of this one. The older one, which is the one that I own, is still a great, great pedal. They make the exact same thing now, but in a much smaller sized stomp box that will fit on, doesn't take up quite as much real estate on a pedal board these days. Number 9, the STRYMON TimeLine delay. Come on, dude. Let's be realistic. That thing is almost like $500. Nobody's going to spend that kind of money on your broke ass. Especially when it comes to guitar players, and you get something that complex. Let's admit it. All you're going to do is bitch anyway. Right? So if you need something along those lines that's a lot simpler and and a lot less expensive, that you actually have a prayer or somebody buying for you for Christmas, check out the Boss DD200. Does just about every single delay sound you can possibly imagine. It's half the size, take up half as much space on your pedal board, and it's about half the cost of the STRYMON TimeLine. And also, it's a Boss pedal, and as far as modulation goes, one thing that Boss is excellent at is delays. Number 10, a TC Electronic Drip Spring Reverb. Well, taking into consideration that this is probably the stupidest name for a reverb pedal ever. Okay, well, second stupidest. It's also ridiculously overpriced for one stupid type of reverb. Seriously, this thing sells for $99 these days. When this pedal first came out, it was 50 or 60 bucks. Now, that the pricing on that entire smorgasbord series of pedals has kind of blown up and gone all over the place. The $40, $50, $60 price range is one of the biggest features about all those pedals, and now they're not even that. So not only is this thing overpriced at $99 these days, but for not that much more than what the drip reverb costs, you can get the actual Hall of Fame 2 reverb, which not only takes up a smaller footprint on your pedal board, and not only does everything that the spring reverb will do, but also has like 10 other types of reverbs all in the same box. And the Hall of Fame 2 is already becoming a legendary reverb pedal. There it is, 10 pedals that you don't want on your Christmas list this year. What pedals did I leave off? Drop them down there in the comments section, and you might also add what pedals we should replace those with instead. It's Christmas, everybody. Let's have fun. Okay, well, it's technically not Christmas yet, but it soon will be. So Merry Christmas to everybody out there. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you too.